Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Third Rail Thursdays. I had to start a little early to save chat from themselves. That's totally fine. Um, don't want to get banned from YouTube, letting the chat go wild. I don't know. You never know what you guys are up to. Oh, I'm getting an echo because I'm playing myself on my computer. Let's just cut that out. And of course, I didn't charge my iPad because it's been chilling for like months. So I'm gonna use my phone for chat, which is fine. Except I always struggle with finding it, finding my own live stream. I don't know. I don't know why. And of course, there it is, right at the top. There we go. There we go. Loadingscreen.com. Anyways, I hope everybody's having a great night. There we go. I see chat. Oh, I am not. I don't dislike tuna, but I don't like love tuna. So the tuna is like, I don't know. Uh, I feel like tuna versus like chicken salad. Chicken salad, a good now. Let's be a good chicken salad would be tuna every day of the week. But it how do you guys always get me talking about food? Jesus. Hey Brian. I'm not going there, Dwight. I'm, and I don't think it was just peeing, as Mark said. But all right, so welcome, guys. Welcome. We have. We're just gonna be running some trains. I guess one update I can give. I think, yeah. I guess the only update I can kind of give is in all this time, months and months and months. the the progress has been and that's they're not glued down, hence why that one's all cattywampus. But I built and painted and focus and yeah, set up these little docks for this. I actually started painting the roof and ran out of paint like halfway through the job. So unfortunately, James, I am early. I am early. Welcome. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much the only thing I've done. Mark, the fences have been here for a while. Some up there as well. But yeah, so that's pretty much all I've done. But I am starting it. It's I really hate I hate the whole kit process. I've said it once, I'll say it again. Can't stand the kit process. I wish, when I first began, my whole thing was I wanna do everything, right? I want to do the track and the wiring and the locos and the scenery and the buildings and the weathering, and on paper that's like a great idea, but then like you actually have to do it and you realize I really hate kits. I don't really like scenery in total, like at all, to be honest. But I'm trying to put on uh, a s- a brave face for you guys. Bubs, new single. That's right, but I think you commented because you've seen this before because I can have double red, double green. I know that's not prototypical. I am actually considering taking this one out and just putting a single spotlight signal, and I'm not, I'm not 100% sure. The only thing is, if I do that, I have nowhere else to put this double spotlight, and I don't really like the idea of like not wasting, but having to like resell and stuff. So, um, yeah, just like a single spotlight, like I have down at the tunnel. Actually, I guess we have the technology. I can show you. So, my plan was to get one of these guys, or a second one of these guys. Can I move this over a little bit? Um, a second one of these guys. You know what? We can get some train running as I'm talking. So the plan was to get a second. Oh, I sure hope that's going the right way. I can't tell. I guess we'll find out. Oh, through the switch, so I guess it's going the right way. I'm gonna turn the sound off because you guys won't be able to hear it anyway. So yeah, the plan was to get at least one more of these bad boys, and oh yeah, here it comes, and we'll just let this go by, and just put it kind of across from it, going upwards from the lower industry set. Dwight, is what would the tunnel portal? It is cast plaster that I painted and kind of goofed around with. All right. So my plan was to take at least that, like another one of those guys, and if I zoom out, kind of put it right before the crossing. So like right here. Um, that way, if the yard main line at the yard is in use for like a runaround, or if somebody's sorting the yard and needs to use the main, I can shut, like I can put it as red, kind of like I'm doing up at the top. So that's why I got the double signals up at the top. Is I'm just trying to do like a smooth transition so nobody gets car sick, motion sickness. So the whole point of these is the bottom is used if I flip my reversing switch, the bottom is like the indicator for that. And then I've got manual control between yellow and green. And then the top is manual control red or green, and then I can switch between green and yellow. So the top is kind of shutting down the yard before the crossing so that trains don't go down. And on the other side, it's the same thing. But in my mind, it worked a lot better than it does here because um, it works good if you want to manually control the turnout. Because, and I do have an override switch, um, but if you just flip it back, you'll always run into the red signal. Um, so I don't know. I'm kind of toying with the idea of just switching it to a single spotlight, because then you still have the double over. I don't know if we can over there. That's a double as well, but that makes more sense because you're kind of always gonna, like in this case, I'm coming against the switch, and if it's thrown, I would get a red, and that makes sense because the turnout's different. So I don't know. I'm kind of just toying around with that. I haven't decided completely. Um, it's you know, hey Mike, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know. What do you like? I'll have to really think about it because I know it's not super prototypical. But it just, I like the fact that it adds a little bit, but it still can add a lot of operating potential even with um like the single. So I don't know. But yeah, there's nowhere else to put a double really. So I'm not too sure. Unless I leave, like the only difference would be I could leave the double here. And I think the way it works, and somebody probably can correct me, like Bubs and whoever, the top could be for the yard because it's closest. It's like the next block, and then the bottom could be for the lower industry set, which would be like the next block after. Um, so I'm not sure. Put it before the switch at the loop by the overpass. Oh, okay. So you like Bub's. You're saying, let me zoom out a little bit so you get a little more. So there's my reversing loop. If I bring this up and kind of get a better overhead view. So there's the reversing loop. It defaults to straight, but it can go either way. And then you're thinking put the signal on the downhill kind of thing, and that would be the double. Or are you thinking up? Because I thought about that too. I don't have. I could technically, if I do the single spotlight uh, below, like I mentioned, I could have two in the yard, one facing up, one facing down. To again, if somebody's on the main line, switching the lower industry set because on the main line you have to, right? Like if you're switching out um, this larger industry with the four cars, you have to be on the main. You can't sneak by and let the main line pass. So effectively, the main line's closed at that point, and I could have a signal up at the yard. But the only problem with that is because it's a single main line, I can't really like sneak around it, right? So I don't know. I'm definitely limited, but I want to try to make as much use. And I love like signals. I think they look cool. They're really good for you know the video and the photography and stuff. So it would be nice. And as far as operation goes, like Mark, it like in the book, actually I came out with, where's my sheet? So when I rewrote this, I did this with my brother-in-law, but it actually tells you like set signal to, come on, to caution, proceed, that kind of stuff, so that you know when to do that. So I try to, it's more just an extra step, but it's a little more involved. I didn't want to make it like too hard, or I can't expect people to know when to flip it. So, oh, DeBojo. I know how that's spelled. thanks to Mark's little game there. But yeah, so that's pretty much kind of what I've been doing. Um, I've also been sucked in by the should I buy another Loco? I don't really have the room, but I saw these two Proto 1000 RS2s on eBay for like 250, and I really thought about it. I really thought about it, and I kind of convinced myself I could. I went as far to say, because these are all Baldwin, the Steam and the three diesels. So I even got to the point where I was like, oh, I could get all Alcos and then switch them out, and then I was like, what am I doing? Like, I'm just convincing myself to spend money. The poor group chat that I'm in with the guys must be so sick of me, because I just talk to myself before anybody reads one of my messages. I've already sent like four, just being like, this is my plan. Yeah, this is gonna go great. Oh, I don't know about this anymore. Guys, I don't think I'm gonna do it. And then like Mark will chime in and I'll be like, no, I already made up my mind. This is what I'm not gonna do it. But uh, ye- well, that's the thing. Like two back to back looks so sick, right? Like even the DS44 1000s, like multi-unit trains, like I just think they look sick. I've always been a huge fan. Um, so I'm like, man, like, yeah, auctions. I that like you're like, "Oh man, I'm gonna snipe this," and then it never works out for me. I'm just not great with the eBay scene. It I don't know. I was a part of the Best Buy second auction thing, so I got that through some friends because I never personally worked at Best Buy, but and it works a little different than eBay, where or maybe, and I can't remember exactly how eBay works, to be honest, with auctioning, because I never do it. I always do the buy now, but you can put in your top limit, and so if it's worth, if it's at $5 and my top limit's $20, it'll my bid will bring it to 6. But then if somebody else bids, and their top limit's 15, then I'm still winning, but the top bid's now at 16. um so I kind of like that because you can kind of set it and forget it, but at the same time it'll really rack up the price if you're not careful, so it's nice to sneak in at the last second and just snipe it. I think eBay is a little bit more similar. That may be one. The thing about eBay, right, is it's tough. Anything used is tough because brand new, you know what you're getting. You you can expect a sort of quality regardless of what you're getting. For the most part, you buy a brand new Bowser, you buy a brand new Rapido, you know it's going to come, and if there are problems, it's pretty easy to go back to the manufacturer or the seller and say, look, this is what's up. you know this is it came broken, it came with the handrails all bent, blah 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 blah, and they kind of fix you up for the most part, I'd say. Hey Mystic. But with used, people will really mess with you. I don't do a lot of used train stuff. I used to, but not so much now. The used car scene, I mean, I drove 4.5 hours into like down in Toronto, uh, picked up a trailer to buy this '87 Lincoln town car. It had the whole digital dash, and I really liked that. And I talked to the guy, and he'd sent me pictures, and we get down there, and you crawl under it, and it's like you can put your hand through the frame rail, and like here in Canada, that's never going to get safety. You can't weld that. Even if you weld a box around the entire frame, that technically that can't be safety. Now you can get like a hot safety, but like, there's a little bit of like personal, safety driving down the road. Do I want to like die in a fiery crash as like the frame just like snaps in half while I'm driving, kind of deal? So, but I got down there, and I talked to him about everything, and said, I'm coming from a long way. I need all these pictures. How's it going? Like, what's it need? And he's like, oh, it just needs like brakes for safety. Oh, no problem. I can do brakes. You get down there, yeah. Hand goes through the frame rail, and it's just like, damn it, like that really sucks. This is not what I expect. Um, Now, mind you, I walked away, and that sucks. Like a nice big tank of gas, and a full day of driving, but no big deal. But eBay is the kind of thing where you get it, and sometimes you get a nice seller. Um, and sometimes not. I've had, I guess, when I bought the second, so I bought a second 080. This is a Proto 2000, um, and it's one of the Heritage USRAs or URSAs, USRA. I don't remember. Anyway, and when I got it, there was a couple things broken on it, and I actually messaged the seller and said, like, what, here are pictures. You said this was brand new in box. It clearly is not. And they were good. They were like, okay, here's a partial refund. Unfortunately, I broke it worse trying to fix it, and I ended up giving it away to Mainline, actually, because he said he could fix it. But Yeah, Mark's bench work is there's no way it's 4 feet high. Really? Yeah, 50, 52 inches. Bit foam and such. Yeah, okay. That yeah. It's high. Cause I'm 6 foot and it was pretty high up on me. Yeah. It was you know what? It was good because you don't have any sections that you like, and you're a tall dude anyway, Mark, but yeah. It it was higher. Anyway, I guess I can I've been flapping my old gums here for a while. Um well, the thing is inches and feet are just so much more accepted, right? Like you go to the hardware store and everything's in inches and feet, and so it's just easier. I mean, we're taught millimeters, centimeters and all that stuff, but nobody uses it in the real world. Um in at least in the town I'm in and in Ottawa and stuff. I mean, maybe obviously over in Europe and whatnot, but in North America, I think it's just wildly accepted now. I'm gonna measure mine. How tall? Let's start from this side because that's one. So the thing is, I've got multi kind of steps of bench work, but my highest bench work is about 49 and a half. It looks like. So this whole upper portion here is 49 and a half. Then this like middle part goes to, because it's a 4% grade, it looks like it goes to like 48 and a half. It goes down an inch, I guess. And then it goes down to this part, which then is 47. And then it'll go down to like the underneath tunnel is 45. So it's kind of with the multi-step, um, with the multi-step things, the inclines and everything. Oh, the legs are too high. I can't bring you guys down and get like some sick shots. Hold on. I have the technology. I can make it happen. What I've been thinking of doing instead of working on the layout, I've been thinking about making a series of like op sessions, kind of like my old one on the old layout. Um, and up on the screen, um, kind of put the cheesy music over it again, and up on the screen just kind of have what I'm doing and the steps I'm taking and that kind of stuff. But um, I'm not sure. Container Man, how's it going? Man, it was I did some ops on Mark's layout. It was good. It was good. I think I used his SW like 1200, I think it was, something like that. Um can't remember exactly, but it was good. It was a lot of fun. We're going to get the shot. Of course, going back to the signal talk, after you think about signals, then you're just like, "Oh, well maybe I can put like, crossing lights." But the only thing with that is I don't know if I'd like the sound. I'm sure you could mute it, right? Anybody have those? The gates with the sound, are can you mute them real easy? Is it just a switch? Because if it's always on and you always get the ding 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 every time, I mean, if it's a big layout, doesn't matter. But like my layout, you're gonna hit it. You're gonna hit two every, what was it, Mark? 7 minutes it took to get around my layout, something like that. Oh, here it comes. Surprised nobody's hassled me for cab backwards. I like the cab backwards on this. Actually, I like running cab backwards on like a lot. A lot of the EMD stuff. Usually it's I don't know, it's just it looks neat. I don't know, guys. Mark did I think you had some ginger ale, some root beer. Oh, Bubs. Yeah, see, I think Bubs, yeah, crossing lights without the gates and sounds. I think that's if and I probably won't because I really like the look of the crossbucks and just the simplicity because this is way back in the day anyway. Um but if I ever redid things and it was newer and I did have them, I'd probably just go with no sounds. Cuz now my cat has been catzillaing it. You can see this is all goosed. Gentle. Good enough. Good enough. Good enough. Well, we'll wait for this uh, mainline train to cross. Actually, let's get a little bit of a different angle here. A little bit higher. There we go. Oh man, I've got these curtains for underneath the layout, and I've used screws for hooks, and that kind of works until the screws strip out the or not the particle board, the hardboard I'm using for fascia, and then they get all floppy, and then hold the they don't hold the stuff. Wigwag, man after my own heart. That's a good combo. That is a good combo. Clothespins. Well, the thing is, um, what I really need is I just need to get one of those a couple of those screw-in hooks, because they're the extendable bars, kind of like a shower curtain bar. So you can unscrew it to make it longer, and then it pressures. That's crooked, guys. Nobody warned me it was crooked. All dressed. Oh, Dwight. All dressed chips. Are you seriously? Oh, what am I doing? That's the wrong thing. Hold on. I can do that. That's way better. I actually have all dressed chips right here because they were one of my favorite. So the Ruffles all dressed. Oh, I don't know if you guys don't have these down in the States, you are missing out. These are delicious. Just now here's the thing though. Here's the thing. So it's all dressed versus sour cream and onion. Dill pickle's good, but dill pickle's a strong second. Ooh, all dressed, sour cream and onion, or sour cream and chives, same thing. Oh man. Now, here's a strat. I've been doing it since I was a kid here. Uh, because we never really had like Tostitos in the house, but sometimes you want nachos. Dill pickle chips. Hear me out. Everybody's gonna be like, "Ooh," hear me out. Dill pickle chips. All right, with melted cheddar cheese on them. Mm, delicious. So good. Ooh, yeah, the old Dutch sour cream and onion. Yeah, 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 yeah. Bacon wrapped pork. I mean, you can never go wrong with bacon wrapped anything. All right, do you think we can sneak the cars out while I'm talking? Oh, I guess the couplers aren't gonna line up. Okay, or Yeah, no, I was gonna say that one's stuck. There we go. I really got to go through all my couplers again. They've been good for a while, but um, they're just some of them are getting stuck again. I'm thinking I've been using the KD 158s. Thinking about changing over. I'd love to get all Proto Max, like the Bowser cars come with, and switch everything to Proto Max because I think they're really beefy. They're a little bigger too, which would help with the height difference for the grades. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy. I just needed a minute to warm up. Is that right, John? Well, listen, good on them because man, it's delicious. So good. Hey, Tim. Welcome. Yeah, I think I saw some of you guys may have the new Digitrax throttle. The what is it? The 602 with the big knobs and stuff. I've still got well. This is actually just the DT 400. I used to have the 402, but I don't find this like this is fine. I like the knobs being I don't know, I find them pretty easy, but hey John, welcome. All right, we're just gonna flip this. We're gonna have to wait for this main line to pass. And I forgot to flip the switch anyway, so we're gonna do that real fast. There we go. They bacon like that. I actually had breakfast for dinner, some bacon and some of that maple breakfast sausages. I haven't had breakfast sausages in a long time. Um, it was good. It was good. All right, let's drop this off here. I wonder if I can get you guys a better angle. We'll drop this off first and then come in. There we go. Oh, it reconnected. There we go. No pancakes, just scrambled eggs and toast. Usually I do the whole shebang though. Like ever since I had we got Felix, I used to we used to bring him down when he was just small, right? I'd bring him down and let Danielle get some sleep right in the morning. So I'd come down at like 4 a.m., sleep on the couch with him, and yeah, that's kind of a better angle. And I'd always make these big, like, I mean, big breakfasts, like bacon, eggs, ham, beans, hash brown, toast with butter. Sometimes Danielle would come down and make pancakes. Ooh, Mystic, that's true. They bake it like that. I'd love to see Tim in the kitchen. One of those big fluffy white hats and everything. Come on, Tim. Well, Mark, we can always get we can always go back to that fry stands that only has fries. We went to the Arm Prior train show and we went to Wes's Chips afterwards. And I used to work at the Tim Hortons across the street, but I'd never been there. Like I haven't been there since. And I thought they got more, but showed up and they only had fries. Now, mind you, fries were good. Fries were good. I'm not complaining about it. It was good, good meal. But you know, a guy likes a burger or a sausage or a hot dog or something with his fries. That didn't connect. Nice try. Yeah, it's that front of the steamer. Actually, it's the front. It's the front coupler of like the steamer. I think one of the DS44 1000s are also kind of lean into one side, so they don't like to couple too much. All right, just pulling this bad boy back. Mainline local is approaching, coming up the lower industry hill. So we will wait for that to pass. And then we will throw this back in. Ooh, really? Really, really, really? Chocolate frosty with the fries, huh? Ooh, I've heard of that. I've never tried it. I've never tried it. Maybe I'll have to try it. Especially because every year they have that fundraiser, at least up here, where you can you donate to the the Dave Thomas Fund or whatever his name was for kids, and you get a keychain little thing, and you can tell them you have the keychain every time you come in or go through drive through, and they give you it's like a baby frosty. It's smaller than the small. It's just real small, real tiny thing. But you know, hey, you guys have some good fast food restaurants down in the states, though. Went to Texas a couple years ago. See, if I was smart, I would have switched that and had it come through this way first. But as we all know, I am not a smart man. I do not have a bacon train. I mean, there was that one time where we drove around a flat car with some bacon on it, but um, uh, for obvious reasons that didn't last because somebody ate the bacon. They have strawberry frosties down there. What? Oh, that'd be so good. Somebody convinced me to do peanut butter and bacon. and it's like a couple of months ago, and it's awesome. To be honest, sometimes I'll do chocolate chip Eggos with peanut butter and syrup and bacon on top. Definitely not the healthiest, but I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time, and it is awesome. It is really good. I'm gonna have to. You guys convince me. I'm gonna have to try the chocolate frosty with the fries. The only problem is I get the baconator fries with the cheese and the bacon a lot of the times. If I get fries, so I'll have to just get plain fries. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. All right, let's push this across now. Oh, yeah, I'm hungry too, and I just ate dinner. All right, let's. There we go. All right, so hmm, you know what? Just for funsies, we could try to push. Hold on, let me switch that then. Maybe we will. See, that's not a very good view because that building's in the way. It'd be a shame if somebody just picked it up and moved it. No, stop. I didn't say change direction. Okay, let's take that off. Oh, look at that. Instant better view. Like I'll zoom in a little bit and we'll focus a little better. Yeah, guys. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'll pick up this siding here, the kind of team track I've got set up for the stores, and then we'll just shove the cars we just switched out back into there. Call it a day. Here's my phone. I gotta read your comments. It's funny. I like being back. I like hey Chris. Oh, pork belly. Oh man. Oh yeah, the baconator fries. It's just like melted cheese sauce and shredded cheese with bacon bits on fries. I mean, again, like definitely health wise, not the way to go, but delicious wise, absolutely the way to go. All right, let's pull you forward a smidge. Um, what was I just talking about? Oh yeah, I like being back. Although I plan to do all this work on the layout, and like I said, I actually painted a bunch of stuff. I painted the roof and a bunch of the. Oh, come on! All right, all right, all right. Let's flip you around. There, see. Um, main line is good. Okay. Um, yeah, I was like, oh, I'll get some stuff done so that the live stream, I can show a bunch of stuff off, and then it just never happened. Like I said, I ran out of paint halfway through doing the roofs, and that was it. Now this is interesting because what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna stick them. I guess you guys can't really see. Oop. I'm gonna stick them in the holding siding just to the left. Um, and then I'm gonna have to get creative with how I do that. No. Okay, I have some ideas. So what we'll do. So we'll come out this way. I'm gonna redirect. Oh, I can't redirect. Okay, that's fine. I guess we should stop. Let the main line as come in. Thank you, thank you. Where's the chuff, Dave? It's on silent right now, Chris. Thank you. Yeah, that's 3 kits put together. This little dock. It's got the 2 straight ones and the other one. Oh, be right back real fast. All right, sorry. All right, so yeah, main line's coming up. Plan here is, what do I want to do? Do I want to come out and push these back, grab those? That won't work because I can't do one at a time unless I leave this here, push those back there. That still doesn't really work. Push those back, grab that. Oops. Maybe I should read my own instructions. It's leave that there, push that back, grab that, put it back. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do that. Okay. We're gonna stop this big guy here, change the signal to red. So it can chill. I'll let it kind of creep up to the signal. And let's start flipping this. Turn it around. There we go. All right, he's close enough to the signal. So this guy's gonna want to go that way and that way and that way. My friggin' phone keeps going to sleep, so I keep losing chat. Yeah, one more yellow card, and Mark is permanently banned from the layout, so. Just kidding. Everybody cheats. Everybody cheats. And sorry, yes, Wigwag, it is a kit. Yeah, it's a kit. Yeah, like I had my brother-in-law over to run some trains, and he cheated too. It's like I provide very clear instructions, and they just cheese it. Wow, what is in focus right now? Because it sure isn't anything I can see. There. That's a little better, huh? Ooh. All right, now we're gonna snag the reefer. That's right, but that's right, Dwight. I did. That was a debacle, like always. And I used soup glue, and everybody yelled at me. Probably rightfully so. But Chris, expansion this summer. Yeah, right. Um, yeah, I don't know. That I still got to take the fireplace out, and that's like a whole job in itself, and I'm really in no rush for that. So I don't know. The short answer, I don't know. The long answer, I really don't know. But if I were to do it, I think that I would just have a switch right here, and it would just go straight and then loop around some shelves and just be like a little shelf for maybe two staging tracks or something, or another weird little industry or something. That's derailed. Why is that derailed? Did I do that? Or did I just push it up against the buffer too hard? Oh yeah, because James, you had to tear yours down, right? Because you moved. Are you all settled into the new place? All right. We'll back this up and then we'll let the main line go. Mark, you didn't see nothing. I don't want to hear it. Just kidding, just kidding. All right, now we're just gonna go grab the boxcar and the gondola, switch tracks with that, and pick up, and we're good. Oh, jeez. Oh, I'm slowly trying to psych myself up for ballast as well. Cause that's coming. Oh, guys, we can't we can't bring you guys anywhere. Like I just need to pick like a section and just start. I'm just so afraid to. Well, I saw your pictures of it going terribly wrong, Mark, and I mean, although it still looks good, that I think that scared me. All right. We're going to, you know what? We're going to do this and that. So we're turning the signal. Where is it? Where is it focused on now? Again, I don't know. I'll focus there. We're going to let the main line come up and it's going to diverge and come and stop at this signal, and then we'll go ahead and sneak out. I figured I'd do the lower industry set first for, well, I guess grass and then ballast, because the track works pretty bulletproof up until. Oh, actually, everything's been the one problem. There's a gap here. I guess I don't know. There's a gap right in there, and I was able to kind of bend the rails so nothing derails. But the 080 here didn't like that for a while. Seems fine now, but until I test it for another 3 years, I won't be satisfied. But no, seriously, like the odd decouple still happens, and I feel like that's more of a Athearn boxcar because they don't have the screw in coupler boxes, right? They have that little press fit bottom, and so that gets loose, the coupler sag, and then it decouples. Um, so for the most part, they're okay, but on some of them that happens. Um, so I could just like kind of glue them a little bit. Here we go. Here comes the main line. We'll get it ready to slow down here. Um, but other than that, like no problems. Like knock on wood, things have been good. Yeah, see, Mike, exactly. Painted looks great. Stay with that. Like honestly, I don't dislike the look of just plywood with the cork roadbed and painted brown like this. Like I think that looks great. I have no problem with just stopping the main line here. And all right. So now let's go ahead and sneak that over here. And yeah, that looks good. Like I've no like I find that I like it better than the cardboard lattice with the plaster cloth over it. I don't like the look of the plaster cloth at all, even painted. Yeah, Mystic, it is a basement. Yeah, you can tell by the nice retro wood paneling I've got on the wall. All right, we're gonna back up and snag these cars. Flip this guy just in case. That can stay as is. We're gonna back up. Then we're going to let the main line go, and then off we go. Okay. Signal's green for the main line. Off it goes. Hey, Gary. Yeah, yeah. Give me. You know what? Whatever. I'll just leave the steamer there. Yeah. Let's see if we can get one shot. I should be able to. I think we have the technology here. All right. Sorry. Maybe from. Oh, let me. This couch is on sliders because I used to do VR down here back in the day. There we go. Oh. Ooh, it's pretty close. It's pretty close. I can kind of do like a sweeping. Ignore the wires underneath. There's the whole layout. Corners 2x2. Then the two modules, the one with the clipboard and the one to the left, is a 2x3, and then both corners are 3x3. So it's 8 feet by 8 feet. Well, I mean the square would be 8 feet by 8 feet, but really it's 8x3, 8x3, and works not bad for two people. Three gets a little crowded, but vegan. Mark, do you really think I'd ever go vegan? Like, just think about what you just said. Really, really. Thanks. It's coming along. Um, it's become kind of a back seat. Obviously, I had a kid, and I'm into the cars and the four wheeler, and I like to do some PC gaming as well. So Um, I still poke away, but now that I'm done the track work, I'm not good at scenery or kits or anything like that, and I struggle a lot to visualize that kind of stuff in my mind. So here, let let me move this, and I'll put the curtain back up. But it's not bad. I think I have a lot of fun with it. I do the ops. I have the guys over. They seem to enjoy it. I think Mark maybe just lies to my face about that so he can leave early. I don't know. No, I think he has fun. I think they enjoyed Chris, and like I said, I have my brother-in-law, and it. What can I? Oh, hold on. I hope nothing unplugs. That's ooh, kind of a better angle, like a more interesting angle for everything. So it's yeah, it's you know what I'm happy. Yeah, thanks. It's I'm happy with it. Like I said, it's a little bit of a puzzle. Lot of switching. I tried to utilize the space as best I could. So it's it worked out good. I'm really happy with it. I like it a lot better than my first layout, which I had the whole room. Now the room was 11 by 7.5. So it wasn't a big room, but it was around the room, and then that was cool. But I actually I like this better. I like this a lot better. Oh no, she'd be fine with it. She'd probably kick me out and let you stay. You know what? The whole basement's covered in this retro paneling, and then it's got a drop ceiling. It's very I guess 80s. I don't know. I wasn't around in the 80s, so and I was pretty little in the 90s. So I'm 31, so I was born in 91. So I don't know when exactly this was in style, but for a basement, I love it. I think it looks just fine. I don't care. I'm like your typical man, right? Like I couldn't care any less about how the walls look. Yeah, James. Oh, Gary, it's HO. It's HO. 15-inch radius. Actually, this is technically, 15-inch radius curves. Um, because this is a 3x3 module, and I didn't want it right at the edge, so it's about a 15-inch radius with 4% grades. Oh, sorry, I just grabbed the cable on you guys. So I did the research way back. They said it couldn't be done. I said I want to try it anyway. I bought the DS44 1000s from Bowser and a couple of the Walthers mainline box cars and did a test mock up. It worked, and I just kind of went from there. I can't run a lot, but I can run what I got, and I'm happy with that. Plus, it helps to save. Like, I don't have. I see like the new SD70 Mac come out or something, or like the SD40s, and I'm like, yeah, that won't run. I don't have to like no, I don't have to fork the cash out. You know what I mean? It solves all that for me. Yeah. So James, when are we all coming? When did I start? I started this. Ooh, let me consult YouTube because I did start this bench work when it was I did try to go to the N scale. Um, but that obviously didn't work out. So I switched over to HO. Ba, 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 ba. Do HO. Okay. I started this HO in August 19th, 2020. So it'll be this HO portion will be 3 years old. The bench work itself, let's see when I started the N scale. Looks like I started the N scale, I'd say about mid-November, maybe late November 2019. So I pretty much tried that for a year, and that didn't work out, and I scrapped it, and I went to HO. So it's funny, it doesn't feel like that long, but ooh, I'm in. Oh man, griddle cakes. Oh, that sounds good. But I think I'm going to wrap up the live stream now, guys. This was good. Like I said, I once it started and I'm talking and we're running trains, I love it. I have a blast. Um, it's just when I have to I feel like I need to. Mark, don't tempt me because I'll come over. I know where you live. Um, but yeah, it's like I feel like I need to prep. Like, unfortunately, especially during the summer months, I really don't touch the layout too much in terms of progress. So I feel a little bad for that, but I really enjoyed being back. Thanks everybody from the okay bacon next stream. I'll make a note. Um, yeah, thanks everybody for coming. I'll see. I know the guys are on me like white on rice to do more. I'd love to visit on some GVO after dark. Um, yeah, Mark, I want to get Chris Mark over. I actually want to get some footage because, and I don't think I can't make that promise, but because it's such a gong show. I mean, it is a ham shamble and a half with those guys. Even just one of them, even Mark comes over, and I'm like, no problem. He can run trains, all video, and then there's just problems galore. He's derailed. He's cheating. The hand of Mark comes out. I can't film that. Yeah, the standards. I have standards, believe it or not. Not just, but no, seriously, I want to get some more content out for you guys. Um, I'm probably gonna be coming out with a Mustang video soon, but I also want to, like I said, I'd love to do an ops video. So, like I did with my other layout, I made the ops video with the corny music and the text over to say what I'm doing. I really like, I forget his name. Grab a donut or three and let's do some switching. He does N scale, I think, but I really enjoy his videos. and so I kind of want to, because he has the series, right? It's like an ongoing, and I've written the ops for me to do that. I just have to video them. So, anyways, okay, we're talking about Roger's pants again. We got to close the stream down. No, I'm just kidding. But I am gonna close her down. Thanks everybody for coming. I really appreciate all your comments and just chatting with everybody. And yes, 100% CP Rail, Multimark, Action Red. Absolutely, it's the way to go. Everything else is just heresy. No, just, anyways, thanks guys. Have a great night, and until next time, enjoy your bacon.